and welcome back to the Spring to Life podcast. I'm Caitlin. I'm your host. I'm also your hormone health coach, fertility awareness educator, and Pilates instructor. I created the Spring to Life method in 2020 in order to help women embrace their natural cycles and eliminate those pesky normal symptoms in order to live vibrantly. And this podcast is all about helping you to do exactly that. Bringing to life. So welcome. I'm so glad you're here. This is a very special episode because this is my 50th episode. I am celebrating. I'm so excited and I just can't believe it because I spent so long thinking about launching a podcast, feeling unsure about if I was ready to or capable of it. And finally, at the beginning of 2023, I ripped that Band-Aid off and I launched the show and I haven't looked back since. I am so happy that I did. I've connected with such a great audience. So thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting the show. Whether you've been here since the beginning or you are a new listener, thanks to you, I can keep making this show. So if you aren't already subscribed to the show, make sure that you do so that you can get new episodes each and every week that are going to help you to uplift your hormone health, to feel better in your body, to feel more confident, and really embrace your femininity. That is my mission. So just a few housekeeping notes before we dive into this episode's content. You may have noticed that the release date has moved to Fridays. I realized that Mondays was just not working out for me. So in order to be more consistent in delivering you new episodes, I have moved the release date to Friday. Just make sure you're subscribed to the show so that you get new episodes automatically downloaded. You'll get a notification when it releases and you'll never miss one. Share this with your friends and be sure to stay until the end of the episode because in honor of this 50th episode, I am doing a special giveaway that is valued at over $150. So just stay till the end in order to learn how to win. So before we get into how to win the giveaway, we are going to talk about some healthy hormone habits specifically for spring. I have done episodes in the past about just simple habits that you can start to implement in order to improve your hormone health. And those have been some of my most downloaded episodes. So I thought I am long overdue for another one. And with the spring equinox upon us, I thought what better time to focus on what we can do specifically in the springtime in order to improve our hormone health. We are going to go over 5 tips today that are going to help you improve your hormone health this spring. And I think before we get into those tips, we should just talk about the correlation between the season of spring with our menstrual cycle. Spring correlates with our follicular phase. So in the menstrual cycle, we've got 4 phases. We have menstrual, follicular, ovulatory, and luteal. So follicular phase is sandwiched between the menstrual and ovulatory phase, between your bleed and your ovulation. And it is when your hormones and your energy start to rise following your bleed. You might notice or recall that feeling when your bleed ends and you start to just feel like, oh my gosh, I'm coming back to life. Or maybe even you start to feel it after your bleed starts, because that technically is part of your follicular phase. I don't want to confuse you right now. If you want to learn more about that, I have a whole course inside my membership, which I'll tell you about later. But springtime and your follicular phase both are great times for planning and setting new goals. If you feel like you missed the boat on setting a New Year's resolution, don't even worry about it because true New Year's, January 1st is in the middle of winter, and our natural inclination as humans is to want to rest and go inward and hibernate, so to speak, during that time. So it's not necessarily a great time to set a new goal and implement it. Maybe you can start thinking about a new goal, but springtime, when the world around you starts to come to life, that is when you're going to feel that inner motivation to really make some changes. So that is kind of the idea here. So our number one healthy hormone habit for spring is to spend at least 1 hour outside every day, with at least 10 of those minutes being before 10 a.m. And the reason for that is so that you can get that morning sunlight. You can go outside without your sunglasses, without your sunscreen, and that is going to help your body to really absorb the most beneficial rays of the day. And it's mild enough that you're not going to hurt your eyes, you're not going to get a sunburn. So try to get outside before 10 a.m. That's the goal. The reason that we want to start spending more time outside is that it's going to help regulate your circadian rhythm, especially getting outside before 10 a.m. and then maybe around dusk before the sun starts going down. It's going to help improve your sleep quality. And this is especially important after daylight savings time. I know a lot of us are still struggling with that time change, that spring forward that we had last weekend. So spending more time outside is really going to help you cope and get back in a regular sleep schedule without feeling so groggy. It also helps to stimulate vitamin D production. Vitamin D is a hormone and it helps to improve mood and immunity. So the more vitamin D your body can naturally produce, the better. It's also going to help to regulate your cortisol levels, which improves your stress response. And by just the value of that, it's going to help regulate your nervous system. So over time, spending more time in nature, outside in the sunshine is going to help to regulate your stress response. Bonus points if you put your bare feet on the ground, because then you are grounding your electromagnetic field. It's anti-inflammatory, it's mood boosting. Go outside barefoot. Healthy hormone habit number 2 is to incorporate seasonal produce. First of all, this is just a more sustainable way to eat produce. You are most likely going to get more locally sourced produce if you eat seasonally. It is also going to help you get a variety of nutrients in your diet. As we eat with the seasons, you're getting different things that, have different nutrients. If you think about, we're coming out of winter, a lot of what was available was citrus fruits, but you're getting a lot of vitamin C, right, with those citrus fruits for your immunity. As we move into spring, we're going to be thinking more fresher, crisper greens and things like that. So it's just all good for your gut health to keep things varied. And it also keeps things interesting because you're not eating the same old thing day in and day out. So get out your notepad here. I'll give you a second, pen and paper, because you're going to want to write these down so that when you're at the grocery store, you can load up on some spring produce. So for our fruits, we've got apples, apricots, avocados, bananas, kiwis, lemons, limes, pineapple, and strawberries. So we are getting into that juicy fruit season. I can't wait. For our vegetables, asparagus, broccoli, cabbage, carrots, celery, collard greens, garlic. Look for the fresh herbs in your grocery store. Kale, lettuce, mushrooms, onions, peas, radishes, rhubarb, spinach, Swiss chard, and turnips. So you can see we've got a lot more veggies coming into season in spring. I am so excited for all of the fresh veggies. And in order to make it as local as possible, to get the freshest produce as possible, check out your local farmers markets. Hopefully they're starting to open up now as we're entering spring. I know I've got a couple more months to wait up here in Northwest Montana. But luckily there is a lot of local produce at my grocery store, or CSA. Sometimes there are farms, collaboratives around your area that are going to even maybe deliver fruit and vegetables to your doorstep weekly. So there are lots of options, lots of ways to make it really simple to eat local and seasonally. Healthy hormone habit number 3, spring clean, dust, air purify, open the windows, air out your house, but skip the chemicals. So you can try a spring simmer pot. That's where you just put some herbs and maybe some produce, some citrus things into a pot with water on the stove and just simmer it all day. And it just makes this a beautiful aromatic in your house. I actually did one last week because I had an orange that was about to go bad. I didn't want to throw it away. So I sliced it up, threw it in a pot with some cinnamon sticks and some cloves and simmered that. And it smelled heavenly in my house. I'm going to do a specific simmer pot for spring. I will be sharing that on my Instagram over the weekend. So if you want a little inspo, make sure you're following me at Spring to Life Method. But you can really throw anything into that simmer pot and just make your house smell so amazing with no toxins, no carcinogens that you might get from burning candles or things like that. Try some cleaning DIYs with essential oils. I know maybe if you're used to using harsh chemicals to clean, that sounds like a little crazy, but it's totally possible to clean your home in a non-toxic way. I share a lot on Instagram about how I love doTERRA's On Guard Cleaning Concentrate. It's just like a 12 or 16 ounce concentrated bottle It smells very woody, spicy, herbally, which I like. And you can just dilute it, and I'll put it in a spray bottle to clean surfaces. I will put it in my mop to clean the floors. I use it with baking soda to clean the toilets and the showers in the bathroom. So multi-use cleaner for your whole house. Or you can just mix vinegar with a drop or two of essential oils. You don't have to go ham with all the chemicals. And if you want any inspiration on that, I also share about that on Instagram. You can send me a DM too. Skip the candles. Like I said, do a simmer pot. If you want something that's kind of easy to just set and forget, you can go for diffusers. I have diffusers in pretty much every room in my house. And I use them daily, because if you have anything going on in your house, like pets or children or boyfriends or husbands who make a mess or make things stink a little bit, you know that even if you're cleaning, you still want to have a fresh scent in your home. So I have found that diffusers are the best way to do that for me. I used to try to find the cleanest candles, and even the cleanest of candles would still give a little bit of smoke off, a little bit of toxins that I just really didn't tolerate. So I would constantly get headaches, even trying to use the cleanest of the clean candle. So try something new, try a diffuser. I love the diffusers from doTERRA because they don't use any heat to create that mist. They use this kind of like vibrational ultrasonic technology. So they're a really safe way to just create a light scent in your home and make it really, really simple. And they're really sleek and beautiful as well. And also air purifier. I will link my favorite air purifier in the show notes. I know that you can go crazy. And if you already have a really like high-end air purifier, I love it. Good for you. I have not invested in one yet, but I found a small like $40 one on Amazon, and it works great. I put the filters on auto ship. So every 2 months I get 2 new filters. I swap out the filters monthly, and I cannot even tell you the difference in how much dust I have settling in my house before I got the air purifier to now. Night and day difference. It really, really helps to pull pollutants out of the air. I'm probably going to get a couple more to put in my house now that I know how well it works. So air quality is super important, especially in your home. That's where you spend so much time. So if you have allergens or pollutants, toxins floating around in the air, you want to purify those. You want to get those out. Start off spraying with really fresh air in your home. All right. Healthy hormone habit number 4. Try something new. This is really simple, but this is just a great time to kind of give your brain a little stimulation. Try an intramural sport, a new hobby, join a club, go to your local gym or fitness studio. It's just a good time to shake things up. It's good for your brain. It's good for your body. It's good for just your sense of community, especially if you do go somewhere where there is a group of people that you can connect with. And if you don't have something that appeals to you, that is within close range, if you just haven't found like something that really is pulling you in, you are welcome in the Spring to Life Method membership, because I want to create a place of community for like-minded women that want to embrace this holistic lifestyle. They want to live vibrantly. So if you're looking for somewhere to kind of land, to get some connection, to shake things up, to add some Pilates into your routine, to learn some new recipes, to learn some new DIYs, to learn more about your cycle and fertility and menstrual health, then Get Synced, my membership, is for you. And I would love to have you. There's lots of exciting things on the horizon. So you can go to the link in my Instagram bio or in the show notes to join, or you can DM me if you're not sure if this is the community for you, and we'll talk about it. Okay, finally, healthy hormone habit number 5 for spring is to set your hormonal goal for the next 3 to 9 months. We're all at different phases in our life, so you just want to think about what season are you in and what do you need to be focusing on right now. So that could be transitioning off hormonal birth control, regulating your cycle if you're having irregular cycles or heavy periods or things like that, long cycles, short cycles. learning the fertility awareness method. So if you transition off your hormonal birth control, you need a way in order to monitor your fertility. And the fertility awareness method is really supportive. In the method that I teach, you learn to observe your fertile biomarkers, and it becomes very easy within 3 months in order to identify that fertile window. And you can observe those fertile biomarkers whether you want to get pregnant or not. This is a safe way to monitor your cycle. Or perhaps maybe you want to focus on improving egg quality in order to conceive. Maybe you are entering perimenopause and you're starting to feel different in your body and experiencing these symptoms that you've never experienced before. There are ways to manage them. You don't have to suffer through that. So whatever season of life you're in, I want you to think about what would make you feel the best and make a goal. And then you got to take some action steps. So a good place to start for everyone is hormone testing. I know it can be tough if you're going just to your primary care physician. They might not really know much about hormone testing. They might just do blood testing. And the most accurate way to do your hormone testing is through a dried urine test kit. Dutch tests are somewhere between $500 and $600 these days, I believe, and can be hard to get through your primary care provider unless you do work with a functional medicine doctor already. If you don't have a way to access accurate hormone testing, I am connected with a company called Feminade. They do basically a Dutch test panel. They mail it to you in your home. You test at different times throughout the day, and it gives you a full hormonal profile. And the great thing about this test is that you also get a follow-up with a functional medicine doctor. So if that is something that you're interested in, you can send me a DM on Instagram and I will help you get set up with that service. They are really great. And I just love the way that they are making women's health more accessible, because I know how difficult it can be when you want to figure out what's going on and your doctor is telling you everything's normal. It doesn't have to be like that. And, you know, beyond that, if you want to chat about your goals, if you want some guidance, you can send me a DM. I have a few different things, like I said, coming up on the horizon that might be suitable for you, or I can send you in the right direction. So I would love to connect with you about your goals. Let me know what's going on with you. And those are your healthy hormone habits for spring. So number one, we have spending at least 1 hour outside every day, with at least 10 minutes being before 10 a.m. Number two, incorporating seasonal spring produce into our diets. Number three, spring cleaning without the chemicals. Number four, trying something new. And number five, setting your hormonal goal for the next 3 to 9 months, because now is the time to start setting goals, right? All right, it has come to the time to discuss this giveaway. I am so excited. I haven't done a giveaway for a while, and this one is really a good one. I am giving away a bundle of Ned products. I know that you've heard me talk about Ned here on the show before because they make such great CBD and magnesium products. Both are really supportive for hormone health and nervous system health. So I am a member of their North Star community because I have subscriptions with them. I have for a long time. They've been a part of my hormone health healing journey since the beginning. And they're such a generous company. They send out gifts periodically to their subscribers. And I got a gift, but I want to share it with you guys because I actually already have this gift and it's just such a great gift. I can't keep it. I want to give it away. So I'm going to show you what's in the bundle. If you're watching on YouTube, you'll be able to see. If you're not watching, I'm going to describe it to you and we'll go from there. So Ned, I'm going to give you this full size Mellö packet. So Mellö is their magnesium supplement. I love it because it contains 3 types of magnesium: magnesium lactate gluconate, magnesium biglycinate, and magnesium citrate. So it's not just going to make you go, it's going to actually relax you. It also has L-theanine and GABA, so it's really great for your stress response. I love this stuff. I started incorporating Mellö probably over a year now, and I really notice a difference when I have magnesium. No matter what season of life you're in, you probably need more magnesium because 3 out of 4 Americans don't get enough magnesium. I actually have an episode way back at the beginning all about magnesium. So if you scroll back in the episodes, you'll be able to find that. But our soil is just depleted of nutrients these days. So things that used to provide us with magnesium in our diet just don't anymore. For example, 4 carrots today equal the nutrient density of 1 carrot back in 1940. So that's where this supplement comes in. It absorbs really well. It's going to help elevate your mood and regulate your hormones. So full size Mellö. That is piece number 1, component number 1. Number 2, we have this beautiful gold tea diffuser. It has a lid. It's really easy to clean. We love that. And can't have a tea diffuser without tea. So Ned sent this special blend of immunity. So this is a blend of herbs that are going to support your immune system. Super great if you suffer from allergies or you're having kind of that spring cold, a little seasonal illness. And then there's also this really cute arnica pin, really beautiful painted pin. So I have a couple of those, but I'm excited to share it with one of you. And finally, the last component of this giveaway is winner's choice. You get to pick either a hormone health consultation with me or a private Pilates lesson with me. So if you win, you get to decide which suits your goals more, and we'll get it on the books. We'll schedule it out, and I can't wait to connect with you. So how to win. Number 1, please share this episode. You can screenshot wherever you're listening, share it to your Instagram stories and tag me at Spring to Life Method, and go comment on 3 of my recent posts. If you only listen on YouTube, please comment on this episode and my past 2 episodes. Subscribe to my newsletter. I'm going to leave that link in my show notes. If you're listening on YouTube, you can find that in my profile. And then leave a rating and review for the show and email a screenshot to me, Caitlin at springtolife.co. That's CAITLIN at springtolife.co. The contest is going to close on March 31st of this year, so 3/31/24, and the winner will be announced on April 1st, 2024. Good luck to you, and thank you for being a part of the Spring to Life Method, whether you are new or you've been around since the beginning. I'm so grateful for you. Thank you so much for listening to this episode, and make sure again that you are subscribed, that you leave a rating review, share this episode with a friend. You can set your spring hormone health goals together, and make sure you stick around because next week I'm going to be sharing some really exciting things that you should be looking for in your skincare. So I will talk to you then.